Hi guys, it's been a while. This is Coach Allie here, and today we're going to go through 3 tests you could use to test your hip pain and to see where things are problematic. And then we're going to do 7 exercises to strengthen your glutes, your hip flexors, and your hips. Your hip flexors are in your hips. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, how many of us have tight hips? You know, we're always tight here. We, stand up from sitting. We're like, oh my gosh. Well, usually it's because our hips flexor muscles, which, those are made up of 2 muscles, the iliacus and the psoas, are tight and not stretched and used when we're sitting during the day. Even when we're walking, we're going into hip flexion very often, and we're not really doing anything to strengthen those muscles. That being said, we're not really doing anything to strengthen the opposing muscle groups either, our glutes, okay? Because when we work our glutes, this actually alleviates a little tension on the opposing side of our bodies, which is our hip flexors. Same things with the outer glutes. It alleviates tension in our inner thighs. So let's do our 3 tests to test for hip pain and see if it's joint related or muscle related. I am not a DPT yet, just a disclaimer. However, I have done extensive research and this is from my own expertise. Take it as you please and run this by a doctor if that is what you feel most comfortable doing. So let's lay on the ground, flex both feet or point both of your toes towards the ceiling. You're going to pull your left knee in towards your chest, toward your chin. Now, as you're doing that, this leg, do you feel your thigh coming up or your hamstring coming off the ground? If yes, that's okay. That's a good indication that you have a lot of tight muscle fascia tissue. It's not joint related, which is a great thing. Let's test the other knee. So pull it in towards your chest, and if you're like me and your other leg is lifting, probably means that it is tissue related, not joint related. Now, let's test if it's joint related. Place one foot over your opposite knee and gently press down so your inner thigh is facing the ceiling. Do you feel any impingement, anything pinching? That might be in your hip socket, that might be joint related. That is when it's time to go see a doctor and get an x-ray or an MRI or both. Let's do the same thing with the opposite leg. Open your hip, press down your hip. Do you feel an impingement here? So it could be, if you do, pause, it could be joint related, not muscle related, but that's not an end all be all. Your hip socket it's a ball, it's basically a ballistic socket. So you are not using a lot of muscles surrounding it, and when that happens, muscular imbalances develop and we don't use all of the muscles as we should be using them. So let's go over 7 exercises to help mobilize and stabilize your hip joints by incorporating the muscles not only within them but around them. Exercise number 1, we're going to lie on our side and do side leg abduction raises. So this knee, you're going to have a 90-degree angle here. You're going to extend this top leg and you're going to lift it up to wake up your glutes and relax your inner thighs, which is the opposing muscle. And we're going to pulse it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That was a little bit of mobilizing the joints and waking up those outer glute muscles, which do attach to our spine, our femur, our hip. Same thing on this side. Make a 90-degree angle with the bottom leg. We're pulsing up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, that was exercise number 1. So what that was doing is you should feel on the outer hip right here, your glute medius, one of your 3 butt muscles. which surrounds your hip, helps to stabilize your pelvis and helps you to prevent externally rotating or walking like a penguin. Cool. Exercise number 2, glute bridges. You know it. So, I have a little trick for this one to eliminate using your hamstrings too much and overcompensating with them instead of using your glute max, which is your big butt muscle, which is in charge of hip extension, this motion. So we're going to place our palms facing the ceiling. Now your feet, push both feet forward. So you're almost like pushing the floor away from you. So you could deactivate your hamstrings and activate your glutes. So you're going to push your feet away, push up, squeezing your glutes at the top of the bridge in full hip extension, tucking that tailbone under, squeezing those abs and coming back down. We're doing 9 more. Add that breath in, exhale, coming up, inhale, bringing your body back down to the ground. 8. Nice job. 7. 6. Squeeze those glutes at the top of that bridge. Don't forget it. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And back down to the ground. Good. Okay. So we worked our outer glutes. We worked the back part of our glutes. We got our hips into extension. Exercise number 3. Okay. We're going to do clam shells. So just body weight. All 7 exercises are body weight. So similar to the leg abduction raises, we're going to keep our heels together and just open and close. There shouldn't be any resistance. We're doing 10. So 7 more. 6. 5. Really feel those inner and outer thigh muscles. 3. 2. And 1. And switch it around to the other side of your body. Same thing on the other side. Keep those knees and those ankles stacked. We got 10. Exhale, opening those legs. Inhale, putting them back together or closing them. 7. 6. 6. Just cause. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good job. Okay, so that works. Outer, inner thighs, glute medius. That was exercise number 3. Exercise number 4. We're going to do my favorite 90-90s. These really are my favorite. So, like it sounds, you're going to have a 90-degree angle at the front knee, a 90-degree angle at the back knee. Most important thing here is to keep your heels on the ground at all times. If anything, you could lift your butt off the ground if your hips are super tight. So, we're going to flip our legs over to the other side. Keeping that 90-degree angle, then flip them back over to this side. So you're keeping your heels on the ground and in that full range of motion, like a semicircle with your leg in your hip socket, your ball and joint socket, your hip socket, ball and stick socket. We're going to do 4 more of these. It's okay if you need to lift your butt off the ground. Keep those heels on it though. 2 more. Last one. So that was a mobility drill number 4 for the entire hip region. Okay. Now, one of my personal favorite. These are a little bit unconventional, which is why I'm sharing them with you, because there's a differentiator here. I'm thinking outside the box and how to use our hip muscles to mobilize and stabilize them for running and for daily life, walking, running, you name it. Can benefit both. So we're going to do pistol squats. I have the couch right here. I'm not going to do a full down pistol squat. Most of us can. But just to show you from the side, you're tucking your tailbone under, squeezing your abs, bringing your shoulder blades down and back. Now, a trick here, I took barefoot training, and when you go down, you want to drive your big toe, press it into the ground, and then exhale, coming up, releasing that big toe for stability, squeezing that glute at the top. So let's do 10 on one side of our body, 10 on the other. So I'm on this side, just showing you guys so you could see. So tailbone tucked, abs engaged, shoulders down and back, Drive that big toe into the ground. Inhale, going down, sticking that booty back like you're sitting in a chair. Exhale, coming back up. You do not have to do this all the way to the ground. I'm not doing it because I can't really do that and speak. But if you can, have a field day. Have fun with it. Down, exhale, releasing that toe, coming up. Nice. Let's do 5 more right here. I know, ankle stability and mobility too, because we're putting that ankle into flexion. You're bringing that shin towards the top of your foot. Think of it that way. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch it up to the other side. Let's do 10 on this side to complete drill number 5. So tailbone tucked under, abs engaged, shoulder blades down and back. Drive that big toe to the ground. Stick that butt back. Release that big toe, squeezing your glutes at the top. 9 more. Inhale, exhale. Whew, lost my balance. That's why we train both sides separately, to eliminate these muscular imbalances, and keeping a consistent regimen will allow us to do that very efficiently and effectively. Inhale, exhale. Let's go. 7 more. 5. 'Whew. All right, we got 2 more. Inhale. Told you guys it can go to the ground. And 1 more. Whew. Okay, so that was drill number 5. Okay, drill number, I'm thinking we have 2 more. Drill number 6, we're gonna do donkey kicks, okay? Just without a band around our knees or our feet. So our hands are placed directly below our shoulders. Roll your shoulder blades down and back, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your abs. All those 3 form cues always apply. You're gonna kick the bottom of your foot towards the ceiling 10 pulses. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, what that does is extend your hip, works your glute. We're getting stuff working and loosened up in there. This is also amazing to do daily, before every single run and after every single run. So let's hit that other side. All 3 form cues apply. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Whew. Virtual high five. That was 6. And last but not least, number 7. Okay, a Superman. So, or a Superwoman, of course. Had to save the best for last. And the funnest, or the most fun. So we're on our stomachs. You're looking at the ground, so your neck's aligned with your spine, and you are not gonna hurt your neck. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Reach your toes back, and we're gonna bring our hands up and down, squeezing our glutes. When we do, this works our glutes and our hips, believe it or not, and our core. I'm gonna back up a little so you guys can see my full body. Let's go. 10 lifts. So let's do it. 10. Exhale, bring your hands up away from the ground. Inhale, bringing them back down, but don't let them touch. So now we're starting. 10, 9, 8, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down to the ground. Bring your hands by your sides. Push your body up. Come back into child pose, the most yoga you'll ever see from me. Roll your body up 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping your chin tucked towards your chest. Give me 5 shoulder rolls towards the back of the room. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reverse 5 to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do a little breathing exercise to end this routine. Inhale through your nose. Bring your hands all the way up towards the ceiling or the sky. And exhale everything out through your belly, through your mouth 2 more times. Inhale through your nose, bring your hands up towards the sky. and exhale everything out. Let it all out. One more time. Inhale, reaching up as high as you could go, and exhale everything out from your belly. And virtual high five, guys. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube video. This is going to be on my channel. I really hope it helps you to kind of move around, move better, incorporate some healthier habits to get your hips feeling good. And I hope this keeps you injury free. If you have any questions, please reach out, info@runwithally.com, and also please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. See you next time.